Although Walmart is probably your best bet for those times when you've just got to pick up a cremation urn, a Halloween costume, or a pile of groceries twice your body weight, there are still a few things you should really shop for elsewhere. Funnily enough, ground beef is one of them. But why can't we just buy our beef where we want, you may ask, and you'd be forgiven for getting a little frustrated at the idea of having to go out of your way. Well, one reason is its comparatively high price. When Kiplinger did a price check on various Walmart items as compared to other retailers, they found that Walmart's ground beef was selling for more than $1 per pound higher than that sold at discount grocer Aldi. The Kitchen did their own price comparison, this time Walmart versus Costco, and found that while the price of Walmart's regular ground beef was only a few cents higher than that of Costco, Walmart's organic ground beef cost a whole $1 per pound more. Of course, it shouldn't be a surprise that the organic stuff is going to set you back a little more, but that's still a heavy price to pay, especially considering this next point. Not only is Walmart's ground beef not the cheapest, but it can also tend to be lower quality than the fresh stuff you get elsewhere. All the meat sold at Walmart is what is known as case-ready. This means that it is prepared and packaged at a meat packing plant rather than by an in-store butcher department. While case-ready meat may have a longer shelf life than meat prepared on site, it owes this stability to treatments involving carbon dioxide and saline solution, which doesn't sound so tasty. And if that's not off-putting enough, the consumer reviews on Walmart's website tend to be pretty negative too. One customer who purchased the 5-pound roll of 80% lean beef found gristle and rubbery pieces in the meat, as well as a huge 5-ounce chunk of fat the size of my palm. Although they did give the beef a 2-star rating because their dog enjoys it, which is at least something. Another reviewer noted that the meat had so much gristle in it that it was hard to choke down. Yet another said it was too fatty, leading her to suspect it was filled with water, or more likely, a saline solution, which, as you know, is often used in the preparation of case-ready meat. And it's not only the 80% lean beef that draws criticism. The 5-pound roll of 73% lean beef was said by one purchaser to contain an intact artery, along with an abnormal amount of white chunks.
Oh, that's so gross.
But that isn't even the worst of it. Another consumer reported finding chopped arteries and hard pieces that may have been bone fragments on more than one occasion, and even found a piece of hay in it. Rustic? Sure. Delicious? Not so much. Walmart announced in April 2019 that they were looking to create a dedicated end-to-end supply chain of Angus beef, while Scott Neal, Senior Vice President at Walmart U.S. Meat, announced in a press release that this will allow the retailer to, quote, deliver consistent quality and value. This system is not yet in place, and it may take them some time to work out all the kinks. In an interview with Reuters, Jeremy Scott, an analyst at Mizuho Financial Group, praised this approach, but warned that it comes with plenty of risk and new variables. Chief among these seems to be the fact that the supply chain won't actually be able to cover all of Walmart's beef needs, so some products will still need to be sourced from former supplier Tyson Foods. Sounds like it might be a while yet before Walmart achieves its goal of farm-to-table transparency with its beef supply. In the meantime, you might want to find your ground beef at a different grocer.
With Walmart providing insanely low prices, it's no surprise so many have turned a blind eye to any shady behavior performed by the company to save a buck. Here are some shady secrets Walmart doesn't want you to know. Just how much money has the Walton family made from Walmart, the #1 company on Fortune 500's list for several years running? According to Business Insider, the Waltons' net worth increased by $11.6 billion in August 2018 alone.
One family, the Walton family, owns more wealth than the bottom 40% of the American people.
None of that money is going to their broke employees, though, who often struggle to survive on a subsistence wage. According to Vox, Walmart could have easily used the money saved just from the controversial 2017 tax cuts to raise every employee's base rate to over $15 per hour without a sweat. Guess what they did instead? Sent a cushy $20 billion to their wealthy shareholders. You don't need to be Robin Hood to have issues with this. The private, for-profit prison system, now commonplace in the United States, is a dystopian nightmare where U.S. citizens are handed unbelievably long sentences and then forced to work. Guess who employs them? That's right, big corporations like Walmart. Since it's bad for PR, though, Mike explains that companies like Walmart use cover organizations which force imprisoned U.S. women to spend hours doing involuntary hard labor for about $2 an hour. That allows Walmart to slap a Made in the USA sticker on the product so they can pose as more patriotic. But according to Forbes, that Made in the USA claim you've seen on some products doesn't always hold up under scrutiny anyway. When a nonprofit group decided to poke around and check if the products really were made stateside, Walmart instead just wiped all references from their website. That's just one example of shady claims, though. According to Time, in 2016, Walmart was sued for putting too much cellulose filler in their 100% shredded Parmesan cheese. According to the Tampa Bay Times, Walmart has become infamous for calling the cops for everything that goes wrong, from panhandlers to teenagers taking joyrides on the motorized shopping cart.
In Granite Falls, police say they respond to their Walmart supercenter on a daily basis.
Why? Because unlike most big retailers, Walmart doesn't want to pay for their own security measures. They'd rather hand those costs over to local taxpayers. Across the country, local police departments are being overburdened by Walmart calls, stretching their budgets and wasting resources on petty problems. And worse, major crimes that could have been prevented regularly occur at Walmart thanks to their lack of security.
4 in every 10 crimes committed in the city are happening right here behind me. The crimes are small time, but they're draining valuable resources and they're costing you and I more money.
Over the decades, Walmart has been bombarded with allegations of discrimination, including numerous lawsuits over sexual discrimination in their hiring practices, with one case going to the Supreme Court. There have also been allegations of discrimination against pregnant women, and in 2008, a lawsuit over discrimination against a disabled employee also went to the Supreme Court before Walmart settled. Still, Walmart loves to toot their own horn about supposed wage increases and mass hirings. Don't believe it. For example, according to Forbes, a release touting an $11 per hour starting wage was designed to distract from the fact that they were simultaneously demoting and terminating more than 10,000 employees. And another PR stunt hyping the hiring of 1,700 assistant managers backfired when it was discovered they were also firing 3,500 co-managers. Why the restructuring? Because assistant managers make less money than co-managers, of course, and even when Walmart does pay their employees, they have schemes to steal that money right back. In 2018, Truthout reported that Walmart had been forced to pay numerous wage theft fines and settlements over the years. And The Guardian revealed one of their underhanded deals required their employees to shell out up to $50 to comply with the new dress code, with the change earning the Walmart Corporation a tidy profit of $50 to $100 million, literally off the backs of their struggling employees.
Some workers say even with their employee discount, they can't afford it.
Oh, and don't bother asking why Walmart's employees don't do something about all this. According to The Atlantic, if any Walmart employees consider organizing a union, managers call a special hotline so Walmart can deploy an anti-union response team within 24 hours to crush all resistance. And in some cases, the employees literally can't leave even if they want to. The idea of Walmart locking its overnight employees into the store sounds like a Black Mirror premise, but it really happened. For 15 years, some Walmart stores operated under a bewildering policy where overnight workers would be locked inside their workplace. This caused numerous issues due to medical emergencies and equipment malfunctions, and in one case, a hurricane hit a Florida store with workers trapped inside. More, according to the Philadelphia Inquirer, one woman alleged that Walmart had locked her in the building after she'd punched out and forced her to work the overnight shift without pay. And it was later revealed that many of the workers being locked into the store were undocumented immigrant workers. Congratulations, Walmart, you're officially the worst. Most people don't expect very much privacy when they're out in public, but how would you like Walmart to record all the conversations you have while you're shopping and send them off to corporate for analysis? Not a super appealing idea, but it might be pretty close to happening. In December 2018, Verge reported that Walmart had been granted a patent for, quote, a system for capturing and analyzing sounds in a shopping facility, or, a bunch of real good microphones. The system could theoretically compare noises it hears against sales receipts to determine if someone is shoplifting, but any system powerful enough to count the shopping bags you're using could easily listen in on just about everything else too. Employee interactions with customers, or even listen in on how shoppers feel about certain products. It's still in the patent stage, and it's probably not being used in stores yet, so just relax, for now.
Rotisserie chicken is a big moneymaker for supermarkets across the U.S. Hungry shoppers took home a total of $625 million in 2017 alone, and plenty of those rotisserie chickens had to come from Wal-Mart. After all, the one-stop shop carries everything from household items to clothing to fresh produce and holds the #1 spot in the grocery world. When it comes to Wal-Mart's rotisserie chicken, though, you might want to think twice before you grab another one. The low price tag on Wal-Mart's rotisserie chicken can be enticing, especially if it's on clearance. But for $4.98, you'll be tossing less than 2 pounds of chicken into your cart. 1 pound, 13 ounces to be exact. Why settle for less when for the same price you can pick up a larger bird at Sam's Club? Since Sam's Club is owned by Wal-Mart, you might think you're getting the same product, but you're not. A bird from Sam's weighs in at a whopping 3 pounds. Costco's rotisserie chicken also comes in at 3 pounds, and it's just a penny more. Why settle for less? Aside from value, flavor is another reason to take your money elsewhere. Reviews on the Wal-Mart product page are hit or miss, with several complaints about Wal-Mart's chicken being overcooked or undercooked.
Yeah, off to a bad start, unfortunately.
Meanwhile, Costco consistently ranks the highest in a long line of rotisserie chicken taste tests. Taste of Home ranked Costco's super juicy and flavorful rotisserie chicken tops, while Wal-Mart came in dead last. Costco also won top honors from Eat This, Not That, with Wal-Mart again coming in last. Reviewers noted that the Wal-Mart rotisserie chicken was, quote, very fatty and had too much pepper on the skin, and said it was bone thin. Snack Girl's thorough assessment of Wal-Mart's rotisserie chicken concluded that it tasted like, quote, burnt, salty meat.
I didn't realize it could be this bad.
Though Costco's rotisserie chicken does tend to trounce Wal-Mart when it comes to flavor, they don't always edge out other competitors. One Redditor proclaimed, "I used to be a Sam's member, now I'm a Costco member. I can tell you one thing for a fact, Sam's rotisserie chickens crush Costco's rotisserie chickens every day of the week and twice on Sundays. Other than that, I'm a Costco guy." There is one category where Wal-Mart beats out its competitors without question, though it's not likely one they're proud of: sodium content. For a 3-ounce serving of its rotisserie chicken, Wal-Mart comes in at 690 milligrams of sodium. That's a bit higher than Sam's Club at 550 milligrams, and Costco has even less at 460 milligrams. For a lower sodium option, head to Whole Foods. While they definitely won't win the value category, as their birds sell for up to $10, when it comes to reasonable sodium, they're a solid choice. The rotisserie chickens from Whole Foods contain just 280 milligrams of sodium per 1/4 of a bird, which is about 3 ounces. It's Publix, though, that puts its competitors to shame, as their rotisserie chicken comes out to just over 200 milligrams for the same size serving. That's almost 3.5 times less sodium than in the chicken you'll find at Wal-Mart. When it comes to size, value, and flavor, Wal-Mart just doesn't stack up. Whole Foods and Publix are obviously the places to turn if you're looking for less sodium. Wholesale clubs like Sam's Club and Costco deliver larger birds for the same price and consistently earn rave reviews from taste testers. While it might not be worth getting a membership strictly for the sake of buying your weekly rotisserie chicken, it's certainly a perk if you've already got one. As tempting as they may be, instead of in your cart, Wal-Mart's rotisserie chicken should be added to the long list of items to stay away from the next time you head to the superstore.
It sounds like an urban legend, but those viral videos are correct. Wal-Mart's great value ice cream sandwiches don't really melt in the sun, but the reasons behind this unexpected structural integrity are totally benign. Here's why. Label check. The ice cream in an ice cream sandwich is different than what's in a gallon of Ben & Jerry's. It has to be. Because if you tried to make an ice cream sandwich out of regular old ice cream, it just wouldn't work. It needs to retain its shape for longer, which is where a few totally natural additives come in. According to Geek.com, guar gum and calcium sulfate are crucial to the creation. Extracted from the guar bean, guar gum acts as an emulsifier to stabilize the thawing process. Meanwhile, calcium sulfate, a simple calcium salt, traps moisture to help your treat retain its shape. Cara bean gum and cellulose gum, other common natural additives, also act as thickening agents, making the ice cream inside the sandwich a lot sturdier and more melt-resistant than what's on top of your typical cone. A Walmart representative told Snopes that a high cream content is also a factor, but Consumer Reports says it's really all about those gums. Compared to other popular ice cream sandwich brands, Walmart simply uses more of them, leading to a seemingly magical non-melting confection. Should you worry? Of all the ingredients in Walmart's ice cream sandwich, guar gum is the one that might have given you some pause, especially if you were trying to slim down in the 1980s. During that decade's fitness craze, guar gum was used in diet pills for a time due to its mild laxative effect and the way it made you feel full. Live Science says the pills were banned by the FDA because ingesting excessive guar gum leads to some nasty side effects, like swelling of the esophagus, especially if you didn't drink enough water when you popped the pills. But like all of the ingredients listed on the side of the box, the FDA says it's perfectly safe in small doses as a natural food additive. So despite their unexpected sun resistance, there are no suspicious ingredients or dodgy surprises hiding in Walmart's treats. Flavor preferences aside, there's no reason to avoid buying them. For what it's worth, the Consumer Reports panel of experts found them, well, a bit too gummy.
Higher quality ice creams melt clean on the mouth. This is notably gummy, and it has an almost foamy feel on the tongue.
But if your kids love them, a less messy treat is always a boon.
While Walmart's low rollback prices and product exclusives can be tempting, not every item that lines the grocery section of your local store is worth the trip. Here's what you should never buy at Walmart. We're gonna assume you're one of those people that buys organic products because you don't like eating pesticides, antibiotics, or synthetic hormones. Not, of course, because it gives you a thrill to pay $4 for an onion. If you're always on the hunt for affordable organic produce, you're probably gonna want to skip Walmart. According to the financial advice gurus over at Kiplinger, rival stores Aldi and Trader Joe's consistently beat Walmart's prices on organic fruits and vegetables. That means until Walmart begins aggressively rolling back prices on celery and carrots at the same rate as everything else in the store, you're better off buying organic somewhere else. In fact, you're better off buying any and all produce elsewhere. According to Consumer Reports, Walmart consistently ranks toward the bottom of their listing of supermarket chains.
We asked about the quality of fresh fruits and vegetables, meats, store-prepared foods, and baked goods.
People gave Walmart low marks in all freshness categories.
Out of 68 supermarkets evaluated by Consumer Reports, Walmart falls at number 67. Oof. The chain is trying to fix its produce department with new monitoring technologies and a 100% freshness guarantee, but in the meantime, consider buying produce elsewhere. As anyone who has watched their 4-year-old pour $24 worth of maple syrup onto 50 cents worth of pancakes can tell you, those bottles of grade A Vermont liquid gold can seriously blow up your food budget. Still, if you just can't bring yourself to make the leap to the mass market flavored corn syrup brands, you can still find real tree-tapped 100% natural maple syrup at a reasonable price, provided you don't go looking for it at Walmart. According to the Crazy Coupon Lady, an expert on the best deals available at Costco, the stuff at Walmart is not only lower in quality, it's almost twice as expensive. Our advice? Hit up Costco and grab a couple bottles of Kirkland Signature USDA Organic Grade A syrup instead. Your taste buds and your wallet will thank you. Organic milk is always going to be more expensive than conventional milk simply because it costs the farmers more to produce it. Raising fewer cattle, refusing to feed cows genetically modified feed, and milking them at natural production levels may produce milk that is healthier and tastes better, but cheap it ain't. When farmers have to spend more money to produce their milk, they pass that cost on to you, the customer. And there's not much that even super chains like Walmart can do to control that.
Have as much milk as you want.
Well, that's fine.
Unfortunately, organic milk at Walmart still doesn't present the value found in many of its other items. According to Kiplinger, both Aldi and Trader Joe's routinely trounce Walmart in organic milk pricing, costing less per half gallon. Sometimes even fancy pants grocery chain Whole Foods manages to undercut Walmart on organic milk prices. And when a place that's nicknamed Whole Paycheck beats you on pricing, you've got a serious problem.
Sounds like a bunch of mumbo-jumbo trash to me.
The next time you're tempted by a big bag of easy peel cocktail shrimp from Walmart, check the country of origin. According to Natural News, if you're holding a bag of shrimp imported from Thailand, you've got to factor some human rights violations into the cost per pound. Workers, some of whom are children, are often treated extremely poorly and trafficked as just another commodity in the shrimp farming industry.
America's largest retailers are selling shrimp prepared in Thailand by slave labor, including children.
The work is extremely labor-intensive and prone to abuse by subcontractors overseeing both the fishing itself and the pre-processing facilities that handle shell and head removal, as well as deveining. Not only that, but they can pose a threat to your health. According to a 2015 study by Consumer Reports, of 205 imported shrimp samples, half the samples contained bacteria, and 11 from Vietnam, Thailand, and Bangladesh contained traces of antibiotic residue.
We also found bacteria in 60% of our raw shrimp samples, including Vibrio, a common cause of food poisoning from oysters.
Some of these antibiotics pose a cancer risk, while others are illegal for food production use in the United States. The bottom line, focus less on the bargain pricing and make sure you know where your shrimp is coming from. Sure, those rows upon rows of perfectly portioned ground beef may be a thing of bovine beauty, but you're better off buying your ground chuck somewhere else. According to a recent survey of standard grocery store purchases by Cheapism, a site that tracks the best bargains at supermarkets nationwide, Walmart isn't always the least expensive, and that includes their ground beef. Cheapism found that discount grocer Aldi routinely beat Walmart's prices by a pretty hefty percentage. Even if pricing isn't your chief concern, when choosing a package of ground beef, the quality of Walmart's meat can vary wildly. Bacterial contamination continues to be a problem for packaged ground beef at Walmart. A company that supplies beef to Walmart recalled 6.5 million pounds of burgers sold at Walmart and other stores as recently as 2018 due to salmonella contamination. Another recall of 90,000 pounds of beef patties in 2016 was triggered by contamination with extraneous wood materials.
The USDA just expanded a recall because the meat could make you sick.
Those numbers are almost bad enough to convert even the most carnivorous meat lover into a vegan. Almost.
You may feel as though you're pretty familiar with Walmart. The mega retailer brand is a household name and one of the most recognizable brands in the country, if not the world. But there's probably a lot you don't know. This is the untold truth of the American giant, Walmart. Sam Walton, Walmart's famous founder, was worth more than $8.6 billion when he died in 1992. But like many American tycoons, he started off small. After graduating from college, he worked for 18 months with JCPenney to become familiar with the retail industry. And in his early years in the business, he franchised a number of Ben Franklin general stores. In 1962, Walton opened his first retail location that bore his name. It wasn't in the cavernous warehouse-type building where Walmart supercenters are housed today. Instead, Walton's first Five and Dime was a modestly sized general store on the town square in Bentonville, Arkansas, with a 1950s-style red and white facade and awning that has been retained to this day. Today, the building houses the Walmart Museum, where Walmart souvenirs are for sale and elaborate displays recounting the history of the company are housed for viewers' perusal. One artifact on display at the museum is the official Walmart Articles of Incorporation, the paperwork which legally records the creation of a business, in this case, a pretty historic one. While much of Walmart's history has been marked by profits and business successes, the company has also been through plenty of missteps. In 2006, the company had its fair share of struggles and made the decision to pull out of both the German and Korean market. Germany was Walmart's first attempt to enter the European market, and it did not go over well. The stores were often located on the outskirts of town and not easily accessible for those without a car. Before deciding to pull out of the German market, the company decided to stop requiring its sales associates to smile at customers, as some male shoppers apparently interpreted it as flirting. According to the secretary of a labor union which represented the company's employees, Germans just don't behave that way. Although the company had lost hundreds of millions of dollars since 1998 as a result of their expansion into Germany, a company spokeswoman called it a good, important lesson for the company as a whole. In South Korea, where the company operated just over a dozen stores, they decided to sell out to their local competitor and get out of the Korean market as well. With only one store in the capital of Seoul, Walmart was unable to acquire the same name brand recognition they enjoy in the United States and couldn't compete with established Korean brands. Walmart operates some 4,600 stores outside of the United States and uses 60 different store names for its international locations. While the company can change the names of the stores it acquires, the choice is often made to keep the names of the international brands intact so that local shoppers have a pre-existing name brand association. In Mexico, Walmart operates stores called Bodega Aurrera and Bodega Aurrera Express. Walmart entered the Mexican market in 1991 and has more stores there, over 1,600 locations, than any other country besides the United States. Brazil is also one of the company's oldest international markets, with Walmart having had a presence there since 1995. Among the company's holdings in this country are stores such as Todavia, Maxi Atacado Nacional, and Mercadorama. Japanese Walmart locations operate under the Seiyu brand, and in the United Kingdom, the stores are known as Asda and Asda Supercenter. While you can buy some offbeat items at Walmart, most people shop there to stock up on home essentials at a cheap price. This helps to explain why out of the hundreds of thousands of products on sale at every store, the company's best-selling product is bananas. This has reportedly been the case for years. 1 billion pounds of the fruit are sold every year in its locations globally, which can be broken down to 32 pounds of bananas every second of every day of the year. While this may seem like an insane number, author Dan Capel, who wrote an entire book about bananas, reports that Americans eat more bananas every year than oranges and apples put together. Having a Walmart close by may help your wallet, but it reportedly won't help your waistline. A study carried out in 2010 by researchers at the University of North Carolina and Samford University found a correlation between Walmarts and body weight. Specifically, the study found a correlation between the addition of Walmart stores and an increase in the average body mass index of an area. The researchers' theory was simple. Given the store's business model, which entails selling cheap, bulk-processed food, having a Walmart in your neighborhood can have a significant impact on your eating habits and, by extension, your body mass. The study went further to suggest that even though customers were saving money by shopping at Walmart, they eventually negated these savings with higher healthcare costs as a result of their obesity. According to the study, these results imply that the proliferation of Walmart supercenters explains 10.5% of the rise in obesity since the late 1980s, but the resulting increase in medical expenditures offsets only a small portion of the consumer's savings from shopping at supercenters.
They say that the direct correlation between the supersizing of Walmarts across the country directly relates to the supersizing of our waistlines.
Even if you don't have a Walmart in your general vicinity, the study pointed out that because other megastores follow a similar business model, your diet is likely still being impacted. So if these findings are true, it might not be all Walmart's fault. People tend to think of most retail locations as a generally safe environment. Walmart suffers from petty crime, of course, as most retailers do. Hundreds of thousands of police reports are filed annually for petty crimes committed at Walmart. These include shoplifting, graffiti, and vandalism. However, there are much larger crimes going on at Walmart locations as well. The crimes documented as having been committed inside a Walmart range from attempted kidnappings to murders to even the operation of a meth lab inside a 6-foot drainage pipe in a parking lot outside the store. Some local police departments say that their deputies are unable to respond to all of the calls that come from their local Walmarts because there are simply too many.
Fort Ritchie police say nearly half of the city's crime is happening in one place, the local Walmart.
So what makes Walmart a violent crime magnet? It may have something to do with the company cutting staff in multiple departments. As a cost-cutting measure, greeters who worked at the front door while also serving as a loss prevention team were cut. Over time, cashiers were also phased out and replaced with self-checkout systems. One new employee is hired for every 524 square feet of store space, which is a 19% increase from 10 years prior. In other words, there's a lot of empty space inside a Walmart where it seems no one is looking. When criminals think that there aren't enough employees around to catch them, they're more liable to commit crimes. The company's CEO, Doug McMillon, began working at Walmart unloading trucks during the summer of 1984. His summer job paid $6.50 per hour, and he used the money to pay for college. He reportedly chose Walmart because the pay was better than McDonald's. He worked his way through the ranks of the company and became CEO in 2014. He earned more than $22 million in 2017, a pretty far cry from the Walmart median wage of $19,177. Though the story sounds a bit like a fairy tale, McMillon's case isn't entirely out of the ordinary, as the company claims that more than 75% of its management teams and stores began working as hourly employees themselves. With 2.1 million employees, Walmart trails only the United States Department of Defense and the Chinese People's Liberation Army as the largest employer in the world. Because first and second place are occupied by government and military jobs, that means Walmart ranks as the world's largest private employer. In the United States, it's the largest private employer in 21 of 50 states, most of which are in the Midwest and Southeast. Texas, for example, where Walmart is the state's largest private employer, was home to over 168,000 Walmart employees in 2019. In Florida, they employed over 107,000 during that same time period. Many people have talked about the income of Walmart being larger than that of other countries on Earth, but it's often stated as more of a general conversation point rather than a truly technical discussion of economics. It turns out that argument might actually hold some water. A 2017 paper written by a student at Fayetteville State University examined this theory. His research found that comparing annual sales from Walmart, as laid out in the company's annual report, to the gross domestic product of countries across the world ranked by the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, and the United Nations showed that Walmart was ranked 24th in the world. Walmart beat out, among other countries, Greece, Pakistan, South Africa, Singapore, Israel, Hong Kong, and Thailand, but was worth less than Turkey, Russia, Spain, Mexico, France, Brazil, Argentina, and Taiwan. It's a great example of the influence Walmart holds. It's not just a store, it's a global superpower. Though you might not expect it, Walmart has taken an interest in using solar power to run its stores. The reasoning behind this, according to the company, is to lower energy costs, cause less damage to the environment, and keep prices low for the company's many customers. In 2015, it was the biggest corporate installer of solar power, but has since given up that title to its competitor company, Target, and also fell well behind IKEA. However, in 2018, Walmart announced a plan to bring solar power to a total of 500 of its stores in 22 states and Puerto Rico. This would bring solar power to around 10% of its U.S. stores, compared to 90% at IKEA and 20% at Target stores. But the company hasn't given up on its renewable energy aims, with a goal to have renewable power in use at half of its locations by 2025. Walmart has also announced that it plans to use power created from wind farms in the Midwest. The move to solar power hasn't been an entirely smooth ride, though. In 2019, the company sued Tesla for allegedly providing faulty solar panels, which set fires on the roofs of at least 7 Walmart stores from 2012 to 2018. Most companies as profitable as Walmart engage in some sort of charitable giving. In 2005, after Hurricane Katrina struck and devastated large parts of the Gulf Coast, the company donated enough food for 100,000 meals. They've also stepped in to help during similar disasters and donate large amounts of money annually as part of their philanthropy program. According to Kathleen McLaughlin, president of the Walmart Foundation, the company's charitable giving arm, business exists to serve society, and philanthropy enables Walmart to go even further in addressing some of the world's toughest social and environmental challenges. To that end, Walmart donates about $1 billion annually. The company says its charitable giving is concentrated into 3 main categories: creating economic opportunity, enhancing sustainability in supply chains, and strengthening community. Grant-making examples include $1.3 million given to enhance the livelihoods of lower-income farmers in India, $25 million given over 5 years to advance food safety in China, and $40 million given since 2011 to advance job training and education for veterans and military families.
Are you looking for the best canned pumpkin pie mix at an affordable big box store? What about fruit that you can easily grab off the shelf to have in your cabinet whenever you get a craving? Whatever you're in the mood for, be sure to steer clear of these options. A cold, colorful cocktail is a fun and refreshing drink to have when you're out with friends, but that's not what you'll get with Del Monte Fruit Cocktail and Heavy Syrup. Instead, this is a can of mixed fruits like cherries, pineapples, peaches, grapes, and pears, all swimming in heavy syrup. Walmart's website describes it as ideal for a fruit snack, side dish, or fruit salad recipe. This product doesn't contain any preservatives, but Del Monte will have to forgive us as we try to preserve our taste buds. Simply put, there are much better fruit mix options that you can buy or even make yourself. Reviewers have experienced problems like dented cans and an increasing amount of stems in the cans. This fruit cocktail might taste all right, but it's just not worth the hassle. Who doesn't love a hot pot roast? Well, if it's the canned version, we might have a problem. Progresso specializes in canned soups and also sells broths and breadcrumbs. Their light beef pot roast soup contains only 150 calories, as well as half a cup of vegetables, while also being gluten-free. Unfortunately, this beefy soup is mostly just a broth. A 1-star review on Walmart's website writes that it's more like a weak broth with a couple tiny chunks of gristly meat that look like cat food and a few tiny vegetables. Very few. Other reviews back this claim up, noting that this product tries too hard to remain light at the expense of a good soup.
No soup for you!
When you think of good soups, you can't ignore the iconic red and white Campbell's can. From chicken noodle to tomato, Campbell's has had our backs for over 150 years. But with a lineup of so many options available, there are bound to be a few duds. Case in point, the chunky soup, baked potato with steak and cheese. There are some people who actually claim to be fans of this variety, as it has a 4.1 out of 5-star rating on Walmart's website. That may sound fine at first, but it's actually among the lowest rated canned items in the online catalog. Many customers complain about the lack of steak and note that it has an unpleasant smell. While we love a good steak with baked potatoes, this canned soup definitely doesn't hit the mark for us. During the winter, a hearty beef stew is just what you need to lift your spirits. This warm and filling comfort food is typically packed with beef, carrots, potatoes, and other flavorful ingredients. While homemade stew is great, it can take a while if you slow cook it yourself, so having a tasty canned option is convenient when you can find it. Unfortunately, Dinty Moore beef stew is not one of those tasty options. One can contains 990 milligrams of sodium, which, according to the American Heart Association, is 40% of the total sodium that one person should consume in a day. This also makes for a very salty stew that distracts from the flavor of beef. Not that there's a lot of it to begin with. According to numerous Walmart customer reviews, the recipe for this product has changed, making it less appetizing with much less beef than it used to have. One reviewer even compared it to dog food. So if you can't find any beef stews on store shelves, you better find time to make your own.
Tennessee, get down! We're having a beef boy made.
Chicken and dumplings are a comforting dish that we'd never pass up on the opportunity to indulge in. It's difficult to mess up such a warm and tender meal, so imagine our excitement when we found a can of Sweet Sue chicken and dumplings at Walmart. This bright blue product is labeled as America's favorite, though, alas, we might have to disagree. With a 3.7 out of 5-star rating, this can is generally left untouched in stores. According to the reviews on Walmart's website, some people feel that the broth is watery and lacks seasoning. One customer called it the worst dumpling I ever had. It was more like soup. There are many great comfort foods that come in a can, but this isn't one of them. When something has the words great value in its name, you probably assume that you're getting something great at a great price. There are numerous brands that offer canned chili, so it should come as no surprise that Walmart carries great value chili with beans on its own budget line. You might think that the price is perfectly wonderful, but the same can't be said about the taste. This bean-infused chili is too spicy, and the proportion of beans to beef is inconsistent, with too many beans and not enough beef. While some people enjoy it, many more don't, with one reviewer declaring, "The worst chili I have ever eaten from a can. It was super bland, and the meat looked like it was broken off from a baking sheet of dry ground beef." Bad flavored chili isn't something you should ever settle for, so do yourself a favor and don't buy this can. One of the most well-known canned foods is, of course, canned beans. And you don't have to limit yourself to the baked variety, as there are many styles to choose from. But no matter what kind of beans you're in the mood for, you should definitely avoid Old El Paso traditional refried beans. The contents of this can primarily consist of cooked pinto beans and water with a little spice, chili pepper, salt, and other ingredients. Walmart reviewers have noted a decrease in the quality of these refried beans. Many speculate that a new recipe is being used, which results in watery beans that aren't suitable for consumption. As one reviewer put it, "Tonight I opened a can of Old El Paso traditional refried beans and found them to be very watery. I thought it was a bad can, so I opened 2 more, all resulting in the same runny texture, chemical smell, and taste. Unfortunately for old El Paso, this is not change that we can believe in. No Thanksgiving meal is complete without some green vegetables, and green beans make a perfect pairing with turkey, stuffing, and all the rest. If you're planning on serving the canned variety, though, steer clear of the great value French-style green beans from Walmart. While this item is certainly cheap at only 50 cents on the store website, even the color of the labeling is off-putting enough that it should immediately send customers running away. There is a lot we can say about this can of greens, including that it makes us feel green ourselves. Its color is paler than fresh products, which is somewhat understandable, but the fact that there's no added salt is also a turnoff, as it translates into a lack of flavor. If you want great green beans, this just ain't it.
Being green is kinda cool.
Split pea soup is typically a comforting dish that's also super healthy for you. Normally made with peas, garlic, and other filling ingredients, it's incredible as either a side or a meal on its own. The addition of bacon would usually make any meal taste 10 times better. But in the case of Progresso's green split pea soup with bacon, that's unfortunately not the case. The color of pea soup is already unappealing to many, and the pale swamp on this can's label doesn't do it any favors. This soup has a higher rating than some other products on this list, with 4.2 out of 5 stars. However, this soup leaves us wanting in the bacon department. If bacon is in the name, then we expect a fair amount of bacon. But this can barely has any meat in it, as it's instead more like a standard split pea soup. Reviews on the Walmart website agree with this sentiment, with one insisting, "The peas were hard and there was hardly any bacon." If you're looking for a normal split pea soup, then this will still be a hit or miss. And if you're a bacon fiend, you'll be especially disappointed.
Bacon? Gotta get that bacon!
Poached, peeled, or picked right from a tree, pears are a sweet and juicy fruit that's perfect for desserts, salads, or just as a snack on their own. They may not be as popular as apples, but they're much softer and milder and still just as good. Pears are also healthy and contain vitamin A, niacin, and folate, which translates to strong skin health, cellular function, and energy production. But alas, Great Value pear halves prove that pears aren't always perfect, especially when they come from a can. This Walmart product contains skinned pears that look a little like raw chicken at first glance. The fruit is covered in a heavy syrup, which only adds more sugar to an already sweet fruit. While some people enjoy these pear halves as dessert, other customers claim that the pears are extremely hard and more like an apple. One reviewer even claimed they're about as hard as a rock, while another declared, "At least 2 halves were so hard that I could not cut them, had to toss them." There are other canned pear offerings at Walmart with much higher ratings, such as sliced pears from Del Monte. If you're looking for a healthy fruit snack, you'd be much better off buying fresh pears. When you were a kid, you may very well have turned your nose up at broccoli whenever it was on your plate. But hopefully, as you grew up, you realized the wonderful culinary opportunities of this vegetable, such as broccoli soup. This hot and creamy concoction is generally served with cheese, making for a deliciously appetizing meal for even the pickiest of eaters. But even if you love broccoli, you might still turn up your nose at Progresso's traditional broccoli cheese soup, and we wouldn't blame you. This canned soup takes everything we disliked about broccoli as kids and offers it in one convenient can. Reviews on the Walmart website are mixed, with many finding it too watered down, with not enough broccoli or cheese. One customer even likens it to a rather unappetizing article of clothing, noting, "Both my wife and I tried a can of this soup. We both agree that there's this overwhelming taste of dirty socks. I tried adding some spices, and it only made it taste like spicy dirty socks." While Progresso does appear multiple times on this list, they still make many delicious soups. So we suggest trying one of those instead. Are you peckish for a pumpkin pie? Even if it's not autumn, it's hard to deny the incredibly addictive flavor of any pumpkin-flavored treats. With that in mind, if you're hoping to make the perfect pumpkin pie, then you'll need a delicious pumpkin filling. If you have your eyes on Libby's 100% pure canned pumpkin, then you should take a moment to think about the decision you're about to make. While Libby's canned pumpkin is all pumpkin and contains no preservatives, it's far from satisfying in the taste department. With only a 3.9 rating on the Walmart website, it's clear that this canned pumpkin leaves way too much to be desired. 1/8 of the product's ratings are one-star reviews, which might not sound like a lot at first, but with almost 900 ratings, that means that more than 100 customers were unsatisfied enough about this purchase to do something about it. Complaints include the pumpkin being watered down or gritty, with one reviewer insisting, "The grittiness in the teeth is pretty gross. If you are making something for a holiday dinner, don't use Libby's."
It's no secret that Walmart is king. But there's more to the superstore than the thousands of products you'll find among the aisles. You can also get great fresh products at great prices from the Walmart Bakery. Here are some secrets of the Walmart Bakery you'll wish you knew sooner. Everyone knows that the Walmart Bakery has a huge selection of baked goods. You can find just about any bread your heart desires, not to mention buns, bagels, tortillas, muffins, donuts, and more. And that's all before getting into dessert. The bakery offers a full slate of cakes, cupcakes, cookies, pies, tarts, and more to satisfy your sweet tooth. What you may not know is that there are always new treats to find at the Walmart Bakery. Walmart says it added about 60 new bakery items just in 2015, and that it continues to innovate. The company is constantly coming up with and testing out new products, from a new line of fruit cobblers introduced in 2016 to pumpkin spice and vanilla latte muffins that hit the shelves in 2018. Recently, the bakery rolled out a line of dessert squares with indulgent flavors like peanut butter brownie and raspberry oat. So keep your eyes peeled next time you're strolling the aisles. You never know what yummy surprise you might find. The bakery at Walmart may have a wide-ranging selection of treats to choose from, but it's not sacrificing quality for quantity. The company works hard to make sure that it produces only the best baked goods and desserts. That starts with intense taste testing for consistent quality control. Walmart says its bakery products go through several taste panels to ensure quality before they ever hit the shelves. When it comes to quality baked goods, freshness is a major key, and Walmart is all over that too, estimating that more than half of the bakery items it offers are prepared right in the store. Furthermore, the company says it has taken a number of steps to up its bakery game, including hiring bakery technicians to train associates and oversee the operations in each store. They're also updating processes to make each bakery run smoother. That way they can pump out even more fresh baked goods for customers every day. Walmart's bakery is full of tasty, ready-made creations, but you can also get creative and have a dessert made just for you. No matter the occasion, you can't go wrong with Walmart's fully customizable options for sheet cakes, round cakes, or even cupcakes. While there aren't many flavors to choose from, currently they only have white, yellow, chocolate, or marble, there are dozens of frosting color and design choices. There is even the option to add a message and notes for the cake decorator. In 2019, Walmart made it even easier to custom order the cake of your dreams with the rollout of its online cake ordering system. Rather than having to go to a physical store to order a cake, customers can now go directly to Walmart's website to design, personalize, and schedule a cake or cupcake order, and then pick it up at their local store. Among the multitude of fresh-baked items to choose from at Walmart, the bakery's French bread has emerged as a fan favorite. You can get your hands on a loaf of this house-baked bread for just $1 at your local Walmart, which makes for at least 8 servings. Shoppers say the bakery French bread tastes amazing, has a good crust, and is ideal for ripping apart. There are also sesame, garlic herb, and everything French bread varieties available, all for $1 each. You can enjoy this soft and delicious bread in a variety of ways. Many say it's perfect for making sandwiches. Walmart suggests using it as a base for flatbread and pizza, or simply toast and spread with your favorite jelly or jam, or even using it to make garlic bread and serve with chicken Alfredo and a side salad. So many tasty possibilities, all for only $1. Around 2015, Walmart partnered up with singer, actress, and businesswoman Patti LaBelle to create a custom line of bakery items, including Southern favorites like banana pudding, peach cobbler, and pecan pie. The results were better than expected, mostly thanks to one item in particular, the sweet potato pie. Walmart says this exclusive recipe combines a tender, flaky crust and creamy filling made with sweet potatoes, butter, and spice. And the best part is that the whole pie will set you back less than $4. The Patti LaBelle sweet potato pie has become one of the most in-demand items at the bakery. This is partially thanks to a viral YouTube video that came out in 2015. Walmart reportedly says that when the video debuted, the company was selling one pie every second for 3 days. That's nearly $1 million in pie sales in just 72 hours.
Girl, that's $3.48.
We all remember the infamous cronut trend circa 2013. The donut croissant concoction became an icon of millennial culture and has set off a frenzy of mashup innovation since then. One such trendy treat comes straight from the Walmart bakery, and it's known as the crotilla. This hybrid flatbread is a cross between a flaky croissant and a tortilla, and they're baked fresh in stores every day. Walmart says its tortillas were created with millennials in mind. They're convenient, portable, and perfect for eating on the go during a busy day. And the possibilities for what you can do with them are endless. Walmart suggests tortillas can be used for everything from breakfast sandwiches to Indian food. Or perhaps try using a tortilla to make a personal pizza, or even turn one into dessert with some sweet toppings. This is a snack that practically begs you to get creative. Whether you're looking to brighten up the holiday season or just looking for a sweet, comforting treat, you can't beat Walmart's full lineup of sweet, decadent, or fruity pies. You really can't go wrong no matter which one you choose. But the company's seasonal pumpkin pie in particular is sure to knock your socks off. This classic treat from Walmart combines a flaky crust and the sweet taste of pumpkin with the spicy warmth of cinnamon and nutmeg, all for just $3.98 for a family-size pie. It also happens to be award-winning. Walmart says that its pumpkin pie has previously won the blue ribbon at the American Pie Council's National Pie Championships, meaning that it was chosen as #1 among all the other grocery store brands. Just add a dollop of whipped cream, and we're sold. Another dessert favorite for many is a good old-fashioned apple pie, and Walmart claims that it does this American classic better than the rest. The bakery offers up fresh baked apple pie loaded up with tons of apples, plus a dash of cinnamon inside a flaky, buttery crust. In fact, the company says that its family-size apple pie, made with fresh orchard apples, contains over 70% fruit, which is 40% more than the average. Walmart calls it 2.5 pounds of pure awesomeness, and many customers agree. According to some shoppers, the Walmart bakery apple pie is surprisingly impressive. And in true Walmart style, the apple pie comes at the low price of $5.94. All you have to do is warm it up and pile on some vanilla ice cream.
Walmart can be hard to avoid. Stores pop up in big cities and small rural towns, offering low prices on large quantities of everyday products that families want and need. However, Consumer Reports found that Walmart was, quote, by far the most complained about purveyor of groceries when it surveyed 50,000 customers about their food shopping habits and preferences in 2017. A top complaint? The quality of the meat and poultry. As is true with most big box stores, though, there are many products for sale that are best avoided, and one of these items is fish. A bit of clarification here. We aren't talking about the pet fish that used to be at the back of the store. Sales of those were discontinued in 2019. We're referring to the fresh seafood that's usually found near the meat and the frozen seafood found in the freezer aisle. Whichever one you might be considering, take a moment to reconsider. What do you know about the seafood in your shopping cart, and what don't you know? While prices can be lower on many items at Walmart, this isn't true for all products, including seafood. The Kitchen found that wild Alaskan salmon was nearly $1 cheaper per pound at Costco than at Walmart. And if sustainability is important to you, Greenpeace says that Walmart still has some work to do when it comes to its seafood sustainability measures, noting that customers are not given enough information to make sustainable choices. According to them, Walmart ranks among the mediocre stores in the industry. Plus, if you're in the mood for shrimp scampi or grilled shrimp skewers, you should steer clear of the bags of imported shrimp. Not only can they be harmful to your health, but many countries have a record of treating seafood facility workers poorly. Even Walmart's canned tuna isn't a good choice, according to Greenpeace, who says, progress on sustainable canned tuna has stalled, and Walmart is one of several companies mentioned in reports concerning slavery in its supply chain. Instead, buy shrimp from an ethical fishmonger. It may not be as cheap, but it will be worth it.
This is a good fish. That's a bad fish. Good fish, bad fish.
Even if value and sustainability aren't big factors for you, taste likely is. Who wants subpar salmon? Based on reviews of Walmart's Great Value Wild-Caught Pink Salmon, that might be what you're getting. The frozen offering is rated at just 2.1 stars out of 5, and reviewers don't hold back about what makes this fish so bad. One review notes, disgusting. Is this even salmon? Small individual frozen portions that thaw to a very soft and mushy consistency, but will firm up once cooked. It is very pale and has very little oil that other salmon has. There is a very unpleasant, metal, fishy aftertaste. Again, disgusting. Another suspects you're not really getting the salmon you think you are, noting, this not wild caught. Upon closer inspection, on the back of the package it states, this product comes from a fishery that has been independently certified to the MSC standard for a well-managed and sustainable fishery. Typical scam and mislabeling of a salmon product. While a nice whitefish seems like it might be a safe alternative, Walmart's Great Value frozen wild-caught Pacific cod fares similarly to its salmon when it comes to reviews. Coming in at 2.6 stars, shoppers don't have great things to say about this product either. According to one reviewer, disgusting, smells and tastes dirty. All of Walmart's frozen farmed fish seems to have the same issue. I hoped the cod would have been okay after trying the tilapia and flounder with the same issues. I will never buy their frozen fish again. Another reviewer added, "It is terribly salty. I even tried soaking it in water. Package says almost 400 milligrams of sodium per serving. It tastes more like 2,000 milligrams. If you must shop for your seafood at a large retail grocer and you don't live in a coastal town, look for seafood that's native to your region. Buy frozen fish caught in America and avoid shellfish if you live inland."
Walmart is really good at getting people to spend money. They picked up a few very effective strategies in the 50-something years they've been in business. Trust us, resistance is futile. Walmart will get your money, and here's how they do it. Besides convenience, the big reason that so many people flock to Walmart to do their shopping is for those low prices.
All these beeps and boops, and this is it?
That's it.
Beep.
The prices for many items are posted on large signs throughout the store, and you perhaps noticed that they're not usually whole numbers. You'll pretty much never find anything that costs an even $10. More often than not, there'll be odd even numbers such as $7.82 or $29.93. Sure, Walmart could round them up to whole numbers, but odd even pricing in retail is a powerful marketing tool that uses psychology to rake in more sales. Over 90% of prices in advertisements are posted this way, and it all has to do with how we read from left to right. Because of this, the first digit in the price carries the most weight in our minds, and $8 and change is going to seem like a better deal than $9, even if there are only a few pennies between the two prices.
Oh, great deal.
Walmart, of course, is hardly the only one using this pricing strategy, but it's a powerful one and is pretty effective in getting shoppers to spend more money on what their eyes see as a bargain. Low prices are what Walmart has been pushing for decades now to win over consumers. Mom and Pop might have known the customer's name, but they just couldn't compete with those everyday low prices. Though the slogan has changed over the years, the message is still the same. Walmart wants to make sure customers know they're inside a low-price paradise and drills this message home by plastering the message all over the store. Maybe you only planned on buying one pair of socks, but when the prices are so low, why not grab an extra pair? That sort of in-your-face advertising can really seep into the subconscious of shoppers and result in major sales profits. The everyday low prices message also helps to create customer loyalty, which in turn results in more sales. Walmart founder Sam Walton knew in the beginning that even if he didn't make as much profit on a sale as his competitor, if he offered the item at a lower price, he'd eventually beat them with the sheer volume of sales. Yes, Walmart might have some shady ways of securing those low prices, but it's one of their oldest tactics for getting customers to spend more money, and it's still working today. What's the one thing better than everyday low prices? Why, that would be even lower prices, of course, and that's just what Walmart wants you to believe they're doing with rollback prices. These items are generally only sold at the rollback price for a certain period of time, and this provides extra incentive for the customer to grab the item while it's marked down. Former CEO Greg Foran said in 2016 that when a rollback goes into effect, it's usually with a sales drop, but because of the lower price, Walmart is confident that customers will spread the word and unit sales will increase. The strategy is that Walmart's customers know the rollback is only temporary, and it creates a sense of urgency that results in more sales. This rollback sales strategy hasn't always sat well with customers, however, and has even resulted in lawsuits that alleged Walmart uses it to mislead shoppers. It's probably safe to assume that nobody visits Walmart just to soak up the tunes they're playing over the store's speakers. Even still, it's no accident that Walmart has music playing while you shop. It's all in an effort to sway you to spend a little more time filling up your cart. The practice of playing music to keep people in stores and shopping is nothing new. Studies on it date back as far as the 1960s. Malls and different retail stores can buy selected playlists that fit the vibe of their target customer. But Walmart takes things a step further. They have actual DJs.
Hey, we're your Walmart Radio DJs. I'm Antonio.
And I'm Bo, and we're the guys that you hear while you're working or you're shopping.
That's right. Maybe you haven't noticed, but Walmart Radio has its own DJs who remind customers of store specials between different songs. So not only is the music at the perfect volume and tempo to keep people shopping, but customers are bombarded with deals and specials that are just too good to pass up. Walmart has had as many as 6 different store sizes, and its sprawling supercenters can be as large as 260,000 square feet. Getting in and out of these massive stores with a single item is nearly impossible, and that's very much due to the store's layout. Items that everyone needs, like bread, toilet paper, and milk, are what 24/7 Wall Street calls traffic builders, and they're always going to be in the back of the store. Yes, it's frustrating, but it's all part of Walmart's strategy. Walmart is banking on customers stopping along the way to check out some of the other 80,000 items available. The store's layout is even designed to set shoppers on a counterclockwise shopping path because the chain discovered this results in people spending $2 more. Walk through Walmart's doors and you'll find yourself on one of the store's central paths with aisles of goods on both sides. In the middle of your pathway, though, you'll also see various pallets of goods. Walmart's name for this is Action Alley, and it's a prime way for the brand to showcase certain items. As pointed out in the book The Walmart Effect, the pallet method in Action Alley allows Walmart to showcase items with minimal effort. The shrink wrap is removed, a price sign is placed on top, and it's good to go. Other times, the products might just be inside a bin for shoppers to stop and look through. The merchandise that finds itself in Action Alley is often seasonal, and because it's in the middle of the store's central aisles, customers have no choice but to walk by the sales displays. Walmart discontinued the practice in 2009 to free up more aisle space for customers, but it was brought back just a year later. Action Alley's sales success has just been too good for Walmart to abandon. The promotions guide shoppers deeper into the store to help create an impression that even more Action Alley deals await them further down the aisle. No business wants its customer to buy a product and return it. Retail businesses do, however, want customers to believe they can buy a product and return it without much hassle if they wish. If a store wants to increase its sales, offering an easy and often lengthy return policy has proven to be an effective method. If the customer knows they can buy something and then easily return it, they're more likely to put that item they're a little unsure about in their cart. It's a pretty nifty sales tactic that incorporates some psychology to sway the customer into buying more. In 2017, Walmart announced that it was streamlining its returns process by allowing customers to bypass the returns counter through its mobile app. Walmart amped up the appeal of its return process even more by announcing that certain items purchased online may not even need to be returned at all. This might seem like it would cost Walmart money, but that's not always the case. Typically, retailers have losses when they have to absorb the shipping cost of returns, so Walmart can save money by not even dealing with it. Despite the fact that 90% of the US population lives within 10 miles of a Walmart, some people simply don't like to shop at the retail megastores. For many younger shoppers, going into a giant store for only 1 or 2 items is just too much trouble.
It's aimed at younger Amazon shoppers who don't like to wait in line.
Be a huge time saver.
Like the idea?
Yeah.
Walmart's main solution for getting the business of those customers is its curbside pickup. Walmart isn't the only store doing curbside pickup, but it's ahead of the pack in hopes to offer the service to customers at over 3,000 stores by the end of 2020. Not surprisingly, Walmart's whole strategy with its curbside service is to convince shoppers to spend more money through sheer technological convenience. Walmart has seen big sales results by making their pickup option as convenient as possible. The company saw a 39% increase in pickup sales from 2018 to 2019, and a whopping 82% of shoppers make extra purchases while picking up their online orders. Not every aspect of Walmart's strategy for squeezing out a few extra dollars from customers involves technology or strategic pricing. Similar to the appeal of playing music over the store speakers, Walmart knows how to appeal to your other senses too. In regards to your sense of smell, it's all about the bakery. The grocery business has been very good for Walmart's sales and accounts for 56% of its revenue. And a key component for creating the right environment for so many of those grocery sales is the store's bakery section. According to the American Bakers Association, the smell of baked goods encourages an emotional connection and creates a welcoming shopping environment that helps to boost sales. This is the primary reason that Walmart and so many other grocery stores place the bakery at the front of their stores. It's awfully hard to resist the smell of freshly baked bread and walk past those tables of pies, cookies, and cakes. The allure of the in-store bakery results in some grocery shoppers purchasing those indulgent items not in the center aisles, but while browsing through the in-store bakery. As you probably gathered, Walmart's mobile app has been a game changer. In 2019, Walmart surpassed the mighty Starbucks as the most popular mobile pay app with 58 million downloads. The retail giant has engineered its app to be as convenient as possible for the shopper to use, and the returns have yielded impressive sales results. One of the most popular features of the app was its savings catcher function that was basically a price matching tool. If users found a cheaper price someplace else, Walmart would refund them the difference. The savings catcher is merely an example of how Walmart has used its app to drum up sales. There's also the app's Search My Store function that allows customers to search for an item and instantly find its aisle location or simply add it to their cart for curbside pickup. The app's features seem to be working too. According to Walmart's Vice President of Digital Marketing, Wanda Young, people with the app visit the store twice as often as those without it and spend 40% more. No other retail store in the United States carries more under one roof than Walmart, and the company is betting on its customers walking out with more than what was on their shopping list.
And they also create this kind of maze to get to the cash register, right?
Yeah.
So you're passing all these goodies, like the lip gloss and the candy and the magazines.
These extra unplanned purchases are what's known in the retail business as impulse buys, and consumers make around 3 impulse buys a week. Walmart has, of course, mastered the impulse buy in every way, shape, and form. For example, Walmart places batteries in toy aisles to help spur an impulse purchase. Sure, you might think you have batteries at home, but Walmart's hoping you'll grab a pack, just in case. Walmart puts a lot of effort into securing those impulse buys too. According to Forbes, Walmart has an innovation center just for the purpose of developing impulse buy products. If it seems like shopping carts these days are bigger than you remember them being when you were a kid, there's a good reason for that. They most certainly are bigger. According to Taste of Home, the average size of the shopping cart has tripled in size from what it was in the 1970s. As Consumerist points out, one reason for the size increase is because a bigger cart is often needed for the larger items that stores like Walmart and their sister store Sam's Club sell. That said, the larger carts also result in customers spending more money in the store. One study found that larger carts increase shopper spending by as much as 40%. If you're really wanting to avoid those impulse buys and get out of Walmart without buying more than you planned, ditching the cart and opting for a shopping basket could be your best bet. The bigger is better method that Walmart uses isn't the only way its shopping carts could help the company turn a profit. Walmart is also working on shopping cart technology that, in the future, could result in you spending more money. Prepare yourself, this tech is kinda creepy. In October 2018, Walmart submitted a patent for something called System and Method for a Biometric Feedback Cart Handle. Ooh, fancy. Well, essentially, it's a data collection shopping cart handle that would read your heart rate, temperature, and stress levels while shopping. You know, stuff that your doctor would be curious about, but that Walmart has no business knowing. Walmart reportedly said it's all in the name of customer safety, so that if a customer was unwell, an associate could check on them. How very caring of Walmart. This biometric data could easily be used for sales strategies. Let's say a display of new TVs catches your eye and your heart rate jumps ever so slightly. Walmart could plug that data in and then send a push notification to your mobile app when those TVs go on sale. Then again, giant corporations always have the best interest of the general public in mind, right?
Walmart is renowned for bottom-of-the-barrel pricing on practically everything you need, so it may be hard to believe that there are tips and tricks that can help save you even more at the big box store. But you may actually be surprised at all of the sneaky ways you can save some cash. There are arguments against giant retailers like Walmart, but for people on a budget, it's hard to argue with the store's consistently low prices. And those low prices extend to gasoline, too. Throughout the year, all Murphy USA gas stations run special deals that provide discounts for Walmart regulars. You just need a Walmart gift card or credit card to pay for your gasoline purchase, and you'll receive the reduced price. While this discount varies depending on the special that's being run, it's usually about 3 cents per gallon. So here's the deal. If you have a Walmart credit card, use it at a Murphy's whenever you need to gas up. But if you don't already have a Walmart credit card, you don't have to apply for a new card. Rather, the next time you go shopping at the big box store, purchase a gift card when you're checking out. When you need to gas up, stop at a Murphy USA and use your gift card. Just like that, you score an automatic discount. Once upon a time, Walmart would price match just about any advertised price for an identical item available at a competitor's store. But with the explosion of online retailers, Walmart has revised its price match policy. But that doesn't mean you can't still score deep discounts with Walmart in-store and online using price match guidelines. According to Walmart's website, when shopping in-store, they'll match the price on any identical item available for less on Walmart.com or Jet.com, as long as the online item is in stock. So if you're at a Walmart and you're about to buy a new TV, and you see the identical TV advertised for less on Amazon or a Best Buy, Walmart won't match those prices. But if you find the identical TV advertised for less on Walmart.com or Jet.com, you can score the better deal. If you're shopping on Walmart.com, though, you have a little more flexibility for finding savings. Walmart.com indicates that if you find an identical in-stock item available at any one of the 28 major online retailers listed on its site for less than the item is listed at Walmart.com, the company will match the price. You just have to contact customer care before placing your order to receive the appropriate discount. Couponing is an art, and people who do it well know they can save ridiculous amounts of money on everyday purchases. The trick is knowing how to do it well. When shopping at Walmart, it comes down to knowing Walmart's special deals and keeping an eye on manufacturers' coupons. Those found in places like weekly circulars, in the mail, and on manufacturer websites. According to Walmart's coupon policy, they'll accept any valid manufacturer coupon. So, for instance, if another grocery store circular includes a manufacturer's coupon, you can clip those coupons and use them at Walmart. The really cool money saver that Walmart offers is what they do when coupons are worth more than the product being sold. For instance, if a Lysol product retails for $3, but Walmart is selling the product for $1, and there's a manufacturer's coupon available for $2, the discount essentially makes the sales price negative $1. In instances like this, Walmart's policy is to apply this overage to the total cost of your basket. But if your discounts and coupons add up to more than the cost of your basket, they'll give you cash back. So theoretically, couponing at Walmart could earn you money back. One thing to note, though, is that Walmart doesn't accept digital coupons that have to be scanned from your mobile phone. So, unfortunately, you do have to actually print or clip to score the deals. It's not unusual for big retailers like Walmart to offer free shipping when customers meet a predetermined purchase threshold, but usually the free shipping comes with a warning. For instance, purchase thresholds tend to be in the $50 to $100 range, and usually only apply for standard shipping, a timeline that typically takes from 5 to 7 business days. But in an effort to compete with Amazon Prime's 2-day free shipping policy, Walmart offers a special deal. Whenever you order online, as long as you meet a fairly low $35 purchase threshold, you automatically receive free 2-day shipping. And depending where you live, you might be able to receive free next-day shipping. And for any product that doesn't qualify for 2-day shipping, you can still have it shipped for free, but it'll take a little longer, typically 3 to 5 days. If scoring the best deals on grocery basics is important to you, you may need to rearrange your schedule to shop early in the morning at around 8 a.m. Walmart's meat department marks down their meat first thing in the morning. And to be clear, this discounted meat isn't past its prime, but meat doesn't stay good forever. So it's a method for clearing the way for fresher cuts while allowing customers to grab some great deals. And it's not just the meat department that provides discounts first thing in the morning. The bakery department also marks down its day-old bread and baked goods to make way for the current day's assortment of bagels, fresh breads, donuts, and pastries. If it's not entirely clear where to find the day-old bread, ask at the bakery counter. They'll be happy to help you out. When it's time to buy a new phone, TV, or laptop, you know you're going to be paying a pretty penny, so it's important to look for ways to save. And when you're on a budget, there's no reason you have to buy a brand new product, like an iPhone or an iPad, if a pre-owned alternative would function just as well. The problem, of course, is knowing if a used electronic actually works. You don't want to spend a lot of money on a new iPhone if it's going to break in a week or two. That's where Walmart's certified refurbished electronics section on their website comes in handy. All the products have been tested, and they also come with a 90-day warranty. If you don't need the latest electronics, but you're wary of buying used options from places like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, it's hard to go wrong with Walmart's certified refurbished program. Believe it or not, there is a method to the madness that is Walmart's markdown system. All those white, yellow, and orange price tags flagging different products don't appear to be particularly systematic, but that's where you're wrong. And if you're waiting to score the best deal on a particular item, knowing this system can help you decide when to buy. The last number on a Walmart price tag indicates whether the price is the original, whether it's been marked down once, or whether it's at its absolute lowest markdown. Items listed with a 7 as the last number are being sold at the original price, while those ending in a 5 have been marked down once. But the numbers you really want to keep your eyes peeled for are tags ending in a 1 or a 0. These price tags signify a product's final markdown, so you're not going to find a better deal. Try to pair them with the manufacturer's coupon or a price match, and maybe you can end up buying an item at a truly brag-worthy price. It's exciting to take the step into parenthood, but it's also overwhelming and expensive. Walmart, in partnership with brands like Huggies, Pampers, and Johnson's, wants to help expecting parents out by sending them a welcome box full of free samples of baby products. These products include things like diapers, wipes, bottles, and nursing pads, although the specifics vary from box to box. All you have to do to score your free box is first open a baby registry at Walmart.com, then fill out a form with your registry URL, baby's due date, and your address to request your box. Just like that, you're all signed up. The great thing is that Walmart doesn't even have to be your primary baby registry. If you prefer another store, like Target or Amazon, you can simply create an extra registry on Walmart.com to score your free box of goodies. You don't even have to share your registry with family or friends. If you're not already using the Walmart app, it's time to add it to your phone. You can choose to shop online or select a local store to shop for pickup or delivery. In either case, you'll be notified of savings and deals, and you could receive early access to exclusive offers around the holiday season.
Need something else? Tap Walmart.com, shop millions of other items, and get access to all of our services.
But another thing that makes the Walmart app so handy is that it can be a time saver. By ordering online or arranging for a pickup from your local Walmart, you don't have to head to the store and spend time navigating the aisles. Plus, as you order more frequently, you can add items to your favorites list, making it faster to reorder what you've purchased in the past. And if you do happen to be shopping in-store, you can use the app's barcode scanner to check and compare prices, making it faster to price match a Walmart.com product with whatever you found in the store. So here's a tip you don't want to miss out on. If you do happen to be shopping online, after you've filled your virtual cart, look carefully at your order for the phrase, Pickup Discount Eligible. For any item that includes this phrase, if you select Pickup, you'll automatically receive an extra discount. Walmart's website doesn't exactly say how much this discount amounts to, but every little bit counts, right? And usually, you can pick up the item from your local store the same day.
I also want to remind you that if you don't want to shop in the store, there are other ways you can shop with us at Walmart, like pickup. You can order online and pick up at the store.
While you're scanning your checkout for possible pickup discounts, you may also want to consider how quickly you need the items you're ordering for delivery. While 2-day shipping is often free for orders over $35, if you don't need your items immediately, you can score yet another discount for slowing down your delivery. Just change your delivery from 2 days to 3 to 5 days, and you'll often see a slash in prices. Just keep in mind that Walmart's Help Center indicates these discounts vary from item to item and are only available in the contiguous United States. Walmart.com sells tens of thousands of products. To say it can be overwhelming to try to sort through everything available to make your best buying decision would be an understatement. But that's where this tip from Best Life comes in. For the absolute deepest discounts, type clearance into the website search bar. After that, you can refine your search by department, price, brand, customer rating, and more. You can also use the search bar's autofill cues to automatically search popular clearance options. For instance, clearance under $5 or clearance under $10. Then you can can click the sidebar option for delivery or in-store pickup, which could help you get those extra discounts at checkout. As always, the savings may not amount to hundreds of dollars at a time, but by using these little tips and tricks on a regular basis, your savings could start to add up. Look, Walmart may or may not be where you see your career heading, but the last thing you should do is knock those who work for the company. There are some real money-saving perks involved, especially for those who stick with the company for a long time. According to the company's benefits information, employees receive Walmart Associate Discount Cards and Sam's Club Associate Membership Cards, each of which provides employees with special access and discounts when shopping at these retailers. A nice perk of the job for sure, but what really stands out is that associates who have worked for the company for at least 20 years can apply for a lifetime long-term service associate discount card that enables the person to continue enjoying shopping discounts for life. Think about that for a second. If someone starts working at Walmart at 18 years old and continues with the company until they're 38 before leaving for another job, they can get employee discounts at Walmart for life. Now that's the type of savings that no one should overlook.
If you have a hankering for frosted baked goods and don't feel like turning on an oven, one way to get the right-sized cake is to head over to the bakery at your nearest Walmart or Costco. But it turns out you might not be getting exactly what you thought from those fresh bakeries. In a new TikTok video, a big secret is revealed, but in a double twist, it looks like this is something that many might already have guessed. The video goes behind the scenes to show that Walmart's cookies, cakes, and pastries come frozen and already decorated, and aren't as fresh as people think. The video ends by encouraging viewers to go to Publix instead, where they're known for their baked goods. The TikToker, an ex-Walmart employee named Jeremy, posted the video on August 3rd. In another TikTok video, Jeremy let viewers know August 8th was his last day on the job. Jeremy didn't respond to commenters asking whether he had been fired. While big surprises can certainly be revealed when going behind the scenes at a restaurant or grocery store, this doesn't seem to be the case with Walmart's frozen baked goods. One TikTok user commented on the video saying, "You're acting like we didn't know this. This is how most stores' bakeries are, nothing new." And for the most part, people don't seem to mind that Walmart's products aren't freshly baked in the store, and they said they still enjoy the taste of the cakes, cookies, and more. Another TikTok user wrote, "That's fine, and tell whoever makes them, don't change the recipe." Several commenters also pointed out that while the TikTok video might imply that Publix's cakes are fresh, they say that the baked goods there are frozen too. Ultimately, it seemed that this wasn't a shock to many customers, and people will still head to a large chain grocery store for quality cakes at a low price. Although fresh bakery goods are always delicious, some frozen products really aren't all that bad, and it looks like Walmart's baked items fall into this category, although of course that's up to personal opinion. And to be fair, Walmart does customize its cakes in store. According to some employees who shared what it's like to work in a Walmart bakery, they did in fact note they have done some decorating. Jeremy's claim that all of Walmart's cakes come into the store pre-decorated and frozen might be true, but he failed to mention that Walmart accepts custom orders on cakes. In one part of Jeremy's TikTok video, Jeremy pans across an empty back room of the bakery with text added over the image that says, "Literally no one works back here." This could be misleading. Walmart stores aren't open 24 hours quite yet, but they recently moved their pandemic opening time 1 hour earlier to 6 a.m. according to USA Today. Who knows? The empty bakery could have been filmed at 6:05 a.m. before workers got busy. As one commenter on TikTok noted, Walmart cakes are iced and decorated by real-life people in store too. Y'all are reaching. Publix is no better than Walmart. Walmart's website shows that their cakes are in fact highly customizable. Customers step through 9 options online to fashion their ideal cake for any occasion. They start by choosing a size. Then customers select from among 4 cake flavors, their preferred icing color, and whether they want fancy shell borders.
While you might not find anybody actually baking in Walmart's in-store bakeries, we should give a special nod to Costco in this regard. A Costco employee dished on Reddit a few years ago about what goes in the oven at their workplace, and Costco's bakery looks pretty good next to Walmart and Publix. While bagels, baguettes, croissants, and cookies come in frozen and just get a warm-up in the oven, Costco's popular cakes are whipped up inside the store, although employees use a pre-made mix. Many of Costco's breads and some of the pies are even made from scratch. Now that sounds delicious. The downside of the Costco bakery? The bulk item warehouse chain isn't as tech-savvy as Walmart, at least when it comes to cakes. You can't order a custom cake on the website. You need to walk into the store and fill out your cake order with pencil and paper like an animal.